Well, if ever there was going to be a yardstick for the Group N runners on the Isle of Man, it had to be Mark Higgins. He was brought up on the island and had won the International on 3 occasions, but now he was back in Group N along with all of the other British Championship runners. Well, his times would be academic to the tarmac registered competitors, but if you were getting close to the Manx man's times, well, you were doing well. And that's exactly what Colm Murphy, Seamus Leonard, Roy White and Niall McCants were hoping to do as they set out from the TT Grandstand for the 3-day event.
The Manx International round 6 of the series, and the Irish entrants again take on the top British Championship runners. The last round, the Jim Clark in Scotland, was won by Mark Higgins, but only after an unbelievable tie-break situation with County Meath's Rory Gallagher. Now Mark, who has Letterkenny's Rory Kennedy alongside, is the hot favourite on his home ground.
It's great to be on an event you know everything very, very well, but you also know everybody's been off, so you sort of back off for the bad bits as well. But there's quite a few boys that have been around the island quite a lot now, so it evens it out a bit.
But it's nice to have the guys here on your home soil too. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, you can always be a little bit more comfortable. You're not pushing quite as hard because you do know what's around the corner, and that does make a difference.
At this point, there's little difference in the Pirelli Group N points race. Leader Colm Murphy started the year with a maximum in Galway. Second points in the eventful Circuit of Ireland. Killarney was really a non-event. In Donegal, he got a battle-scarred 4th points. But at Jim Clark, a maximum, putting him on 50 points.
We're kind of relatively new here, and you know, Mark Higgins and Rory are going to be, I think, on a league of their own. But I mean, they have their race. I mean, I have my race with Roy and Seamus, and that's all we're interested in.
Roy all but beached his Galway efforts, but shone on the circuit. He does steady points haul in Killarney, and 2/3 in Donegal and the Jim Clark leave him just 7 points back.
It wasn't a good rally last year, and you know, I have gone well here in the past, so I'm hoping I can resurrect a bit of form I had 2 years ago and come away with a good result.
Well, the car seems to be holding out well this year.
Yeah, it's a lot better than last year now. We've just upgraded to the big brake, so that puts us back on level pegging with Seamus and Colm, so we'll see if we can make full advantage of it.
Galway and Seamus grabbed 8 points. The circuit efforts were ditched. But it was domination in Killarney. And the comeback drive of the season fell back to 2nd in Donegal. And with no score in Scotland, Seamus has it all to do.
It's a new rally and we'll try, but at the end of the day, Roy and Colm is our main ambition. Like, let them boys rally on if they wish, like, you know, but we like to be there with them and thereabouts. Like.
Almost 200 stage miles await over the island in over 3 fraught days. Mark Higgins knows his place well and is fastest Group N over the first stage. And as traditional on the Thursday evening Manx Rally, the event takes over Castletown for 2 stages as Mark Higgins, now leading by 7 seconds, blasts around the famous monument. Rory Gallagher has started cautiously and lies 15 seconds back from Mark after 3 stages and 3rd Group N car. And his teammate Ryan Champion, winner of the first British Championship round, is ahead of him by 4. But the former British champion Gwyndaf Evans has been stopped for 4 minutes with electrical trouble on the first test. And Johnny Milner's focus is on turbo problems.
Really shifting around the second corner, very, very fast. Almost as quick as anybody's been through here now, Milner.
Seamus Leonard and Jerry McVeigh show us just how narrow the roads are in places. They've made a very fast start, just 3 seconds adrift of Gallagher's full works car as they drift round Castletown under the watchful eye of commentator Jeff Cannell.
And long 5 left, tightens,
The silver car is in the right place and already almost 10 seconds up on the championship leader, Colm Murphy. It's all very much irrelevant at this stage, however. Thursday night, merely a taster of what's to come. For British Championship frontrunner Stuart Jones, Thursday is his Manx rally as he rolls out heavily further down this second Baldoon stage. Philip Morrow is slightly held up by Jones's crash and is back in 8th in Group N at this early point. But the similar red Evo of Roy White has had a fast start and it's a second Irish Evo just 7 seconds behind Seamus Leonard. The streets of Castletown are alive as the Thursday night rampage goes on into the later hours, and one very young Donegal lady is experiencing her first rallying at night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! 250.
There have been some world-class female rally drivers in the past, like Michelle Mouton and Louise Aiken-Walker. But in recent years, they have been fairly thin on the ground. But could that be set to change, thanks to the ambition of a young girl from Donegal?
2 left here.
Now, you're 17 years of age at the minute, so you're legally allowed to drive on the roads, just. But it's also got schoolwork to interfere with.
Not so much this year because I was only in 5th year, but next year, unfortunately, rallying may have to take a back seat, unfortunately. But we'll try and do a bit.
And what advice can a Manx expert like Kenny McKinstry give?
For anybody coming to the island for the first time, it's daunting if they're only getting 3 runs over the stages, you know, 3 or 4 runs over the stages. If Toni gets to the finish of this rally, I mean, it really is an achievement on its own. You're probably talking, I'm not sure, what is it, near 300 kilometres of stages, you know, so, you know, if she finished Donegal, that was an achievement in its own right. And if she finishes this one, it'll be fair play to her. And if she does, she won't be last.
And she isn't last as she ends the first night's rallying in 55th place and 5th in class.
Jumps 200, watch it here. That's like going here. And 200, danger, through gates, turn square left, stay middle. Through gates, turn square left, stay middle.
But back to the Group N battle as the night draws in. Colm Murphy draws in his championship rival Roy White, ending the night just 2.6 seconds behind the Tipperary man. But Seamus Leonard has been making some night moves.
And to stay middle on 5 left and 5 right, to 3 left and left.
The Oma man dances to a time of 8 minutes 15 seconds on this 9-mile Newtown test, taking 15 seconds off his Irish rivals.
40, 4 left into 5 right, jump, and 1 left into 2 right.
It leaves Seamus 4th overall in Group N overnight, just 4 seconds back from Rory Galligan.
Caution up, and 2 left and 3 left, 60.
Rory isn't yet happy with the handling of his ADR Evo, and he trails his teammate Ryan Champion by 7 seconds. But the sensation is Guy Wilkes in the Super 1600 Suzuki Ignis, who led after stage 1 and lies second to Mark Higgins at the end of the first leg by just 10 seconds. The Super 1600 cars now compete directly with the Group N machines for the British Championship. The overnight Group N leaderboard shows the impressive pace of the Irish runners, as last year's outright winner Mark Higgins isn't running away with it.
Day 2 Friday on the Isle of Man, and there's no wind down from a busy week for the rally crews, with a massive day's rallying ahead. 98 miles of tests, the busiest day in the Irish tarmac season. The first test is the famous Little London, and Mark Higgins and Rory Kennedy assert their first position in some style. Mark traverses this 7.5 mile test just 5 seconds slower than Kenny McKinstry's WRC car. After 5 stages, he extends his lead to 1 minute 15 seconds. It's not a great lot after all those miles, and amazingly it's Wilkes next up, despite his 2-wheel drive car being at a distinct disadvantage on the damp tests. Third overnight in the British race, Ryan Champion is about to be swallowed up by his teammate. The exuberant Rory Gallagher has moved onto his teammate's suspension setup and leaps 2 seconds ahead after 10 stages. For Seamus Leonard and Jerry Murphy, it's also been a superb morning.
Into 200 up the middle. The caution 4 left, tightens over both. Into 3 right and 1 left. Into long 3 right, flat 100.
They show us the unique character of the Manx stages. Wide open 1 minute and narrow and bumpy the next.
40, into 4 left, watch it, hairpin left. 45 right, 80.
A scoop of maximum Pirelli points is essential here to keep any title hope alive, and Seamus is attempting to distance himself from Roy White and Colm Murphy. His pace after 10 stages takes him to within 14 seconds of Ryan Champion. The gap between the Irish and the British runners isn't so great here. The Manx is a tough place, however, and there are a lot of places to catch you out.
Down here, 250. And left over flat crest, 40.
Trying to catch Seamus Leonard are Roy White and Stephen Macaulay.
Left 2 cut 270. Left 1 over.
Roy is now happy with his FESP Evo 9, and he has softened the suspension to combat understeer. They are driving very hard in these famous Manx stages.
60, left 2. 100. Right 1 over crest, and the left 1 over crest, 40.
Despite this overshoot and a transfer shaft that needs changed at service, they are a mere 40 seconds back from the championship rival Seamus Leonard as they tackle the Cringle stage for the first time, a stage that is to be critical in the rally. Even in the dry, this section is slippery with melting tarmac before the hairpin. This 40-mile stage is everything, and it will be a critical test in deciding the overall victor. There's no margin for error on this final section.
40, left 2 and the right 3.
So far, no errors for Colm Murphy, but the Subaru has a faulty gear change, dropping him 39 seconds behind Roy White. And the top 3 Irish runners all claim to be driving on their limit.
I think I had in that last stage. I'm lucky to be here at all, so I am. But everything seems to be working to our favour at the minute, but things can change. It's a long rally to the end yet, like. Colm has his problems and Roy has his problems, so we all have our problems, like, so we're not counting any chickens yet. We'll just keep going and see what happens.
But Colm, does that sort of sum it up for you?
Yeah, it does. I just came through the last stage and I seen the junction that Seamus went off, and I thought to myself, someone's doing work for the council here, you know. But I was lucky to get away with it. But I mean, that's I suppose testament to the speed that we're going at out there. I mean, the pace in our fight is just phenomenal. So let's just finish the event and hope we can get over and on to the next round.
Well, Roy, that is a testament to the event, the fact that you are all pushing on so hard, and it is going to be the first one that makes a serious mistake.
Well, it is. I mean, we've all had small mistakes so far, but you know, I think the first serious mistake's probably not far away. You know, I'm unfortunate to say it. Everybody's going so hard. You know, James has been off. I've been off for a while. Colm's been off, so it's only a matter of time. But you know, hopefully nothing will happen. But you know, I wouldn't be surprised.
The 3 experienced stagers have had their moments, and on her first Rally Isle of Man visit, Toni Kelly has had hers.
Left of the crest jump at 6 right and the 5 right care.
On the first Little London test, she grapples with a puncture.
And what happened to cause the puncture?
I don't know. I cut when I shouldn't have cut.
Was it a wrong note, Toni?
No, unfortunately. I can't blame him this time.
Despite a big delay, she ends the day 48th, 4th in class. Back to the Group N action, and recovering from his 4-minute delay on day 1, Gwyndaf Evans has worked his way back to 7th in Group N. Neil McCants has been off the road and into a telegraph pole. And Philip Morrow is happy to be 5th in Group N, just behind Colm Murphy's Subaru. Colm is closing up the gap to Roy White over the afternoon tests, taking 20 seconds back. But here on stage 12, Ryehill, the carnage started. Rory Gallagher is just ahead of his teammate, but not for long, as we see from inside Seamus Leonard's car. It's been a big accident for Rory and Greg Shinners, but they're both okay. The changing weather has made tyre choice a nightmare, as Seamus Leonard tackles the unique Ramsey spectator stage.
Turn 5 right and 40, turn 6 right.
Seamus has been driving superbly and has held a gap over 1 minute 14 seconds over his nearest Irish rival. It's been tricky progress, however.
Did we survive that one?
I'm glad to see here, let me tell you. Very, very slippy.
It's wild in there?
The last stages were very slippy, even the stage that Rory went off on. Serious slippy.
His nearest challenger is still Roy White.
60. Right one cut. 300.
Roy has also been suffering on this second loop of stages, as the north of the island was shrouded in low cloud and rain, while the TT Grandstand service area was basking in sunshine.
Right one half long, 60.
Ryan.
Right one 80. Right to it, pillar half long into crest. Into right one. Into crest, into right one, into left 3. Into right 4. 40. Left one over crest 40. Left one, right one 60. Right one and left 6 again. 80. Right 5. 40. Left 5. 60. Left 3. 60. Bump into hairpin right. $100. Open hairpin left, 40. Right 140. Right one into crest, into right 5 at pillar, left 7. 80. Right 260.
Ryan Champion has also had some moments. Ryan is now second in the British Championship race. But Mark Higgins is showboating at Ramsey. He's now almost 2 minutes up the road from Champion. Nevertheless, he's also finding the conditions interesting.
Slippy conditions somewhat.
It is on slicks, yeah. No, not very nice in there. Just in between the trees, it's really, really greasy, but got it back to the grandstand again, so we'll see what we can do now on the next 2.
The rain is on for the final Union Mills and Cringle test. And Johnny Milner is soon to move into 3rd place in the British running. And that's because Ryan Champion is about to retire in spectacular fashion. Seamus Leonard tackles the Union Mills stage, and the shiny tarmac is like ice in places.
Into flap 2 left, slipping. Into flap 1 right.
Onto stage 17, Cringle 2, and one of those icy spots is about to catch out Seamus in a massive way.
3 right. 20 opens. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Okay, okay. Yeah, you okay? Yeah. Let's get out.
It's a massive impact. The crew scramble to get out of the car on what has now become a notorious section of this Cringle 2 stage. Next on the road, it's his championship rival Roy White, and Roy is immediately concerned for Seamus and Jerry.
Oh, they're okay. Yeah. Right, let's go. Let's go.
No, there's more people coming back. Oh. You're okay?
In replay,
Dude, you want us to
there's debris already there from the wall. And those people were Ryan Champion and Craig Thorley, who wiped out their Evo just 2 minutes earlier.
You know, Jerry you could see blood on his head and all, so we just went to the next radio point, which is only about 500 yards down the road, and we called in the ambulance for him. You know, you can't be too careful in these situations.
The right procedure employed by Roy, and thankfully a broken wrist for Seamus was the most serious injury as the sunshine finally peeks out for the final day's 7 stages.
Mark Higgins and Rory Kennedy had the difficult task of maintaining a 3-minute lead. Their nearest rival is the Super 1600 Ignis of Guy Wilkes. Barry Clark will finish second in Super 1600, his teammate Ronan Cresta having rolled out in stage 1. Local 8 Sean Fox is third, and James Woozencroft, who takes top Pirelli points in his Super 1600, is fourth, ahead of championship leader Andrew Bush in his 106 Cup car. Darren Gass was going well until he took a wheel off, and Brian O'Mahony needed service to change a broken strut, but others have more to celebrate.
Happy birthday, Miss Kelly.
Thank you very much.
Are you surprised?
Very surprised. Great though.
What a birthday present. Did you imagine now? I've been hearing that from the age of 3 you were determined to come here and do this.
I was, surely, and I'm here now and I'm delighted.
Toni will also be delighted to finish her first Manx International, 39th overall and 4th in class.
In Group N, it looked like the end for Colm Murphy, but service miracles got him to the finish and 7 points. Making a late charge for top Group N tarmac points, Philip Morrow. That ended in the last test after he tipped the bank. Neil McCants actually scooped second place points. And Roy White is charging down the final test, unaware of Morrow's exit.
Left one over crest.
He's right behind you on the stage. There's no sign of him yet. So that's you. You've got it. He hasn't appeared. Yeah. Well done.
Well done.
Johnny Milner is second Group N home, third British Championship runner, with the amazing Guy Wilkes second. But there was no doubting the winners, Mark Higgins and Rory Kennedy, leading from stage 2.
It's gone very well, and the team's done a fantastic job. The car's been perfect again, so let's hope we can do it for another couple.
And we'll see you in the WRCs next year.
Yes, let's hope so.
A commanding win for Mark Higgins, but the Pirelli Championship is hotting up with 2 rounds left, including bonus points to come in Cork. Seamus Leonard's car and his hopes are all but written off. Colm Murphy's hopes are dented back to second. And Roy White leads into the slenderest of leads with 2 rounds to go.
More hardship for Seamus Leonard and more points for Roy White and Neil McCants with 2 rounds still to go.